Aries season in full swing. In this Aries season, we have the ability to unlock our true power, our superpower. Or we might even go to war. I'm not going to lie. This is like very passionate, fiery energy, which is why it's so conducive for us unlocking our true power. I'm Kian the One with the sun. Today the sun shines at 1 degree Aries. We are officially in spring. This is it. We started spring, guys. We started spring, and we're ready to go. We're ready to rock. We're ready to reclaim our power. We're ready to reclaim what is rightfully ours. And we're ready to be freaking rock stars, all right? This entire video is dedicated to the full understanding of Aries season. Plus, we have some important transits to break down today. Very important transits. God, we literally just started Aries season. And the next couple of days are going to be pivotal. The sun is making very important key aspects to key planets that are in Aries and also Pluto in Aquarius. These are big power plays, big power aspects. Anyways, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How's everybody feeling during spring? Like, this is like just prime time, like spring season is upon us. And we're rocking, we're rolling. But we're not trolling. I've seen some trolls recently. Let me vent this real quick, okay? You don't want to mess around during Aries season, okay? During Aries season, you get trolls that come around, like this guy, or the one and only Nicole. You don't even know how old I am, but a troll. But trolls are miserable. Just remember that. They're usually either fat, ugly, broke, or miserable somewhere in the world. And they don't understand it's Aries season. And I got the blicky out, aka my words. And Mercury is in Aries too. So it's like, you guys don't want to mess with this. All right? You don't want to mess with this. Anyways, let's get into it. And to answer you, the one and only Nicole, yo mama knows. Yo mama. Okay, guys, so let's start with today. I think today is very key and important because we have two key planets that are aspecting. That's not the sun. Tomorrow is officially... Oh, look at her. She retracted her comments. That's so funny, bro. Dude, you don't want to mess with me. It's Aries season. Like, I love it. When people come and hate, it is prime time for me to let some don't mess with me energy out. I'll just say that. We're going to keep it going. So today, we have Venus and Pluto. They are sextiling in the sky, okay? This represents an opportunity of sorts when it comes to finances, when it comes to love and self-worth. During this Aries retrograde, right? Shout out Dean Davis. During this Aries retrograde energy, this Venus and Aries retrograde energy, we are essentially reviewing our own sense of self-worth, our own values as well. For real, don't mess with me energy. It's been like that. I mean, I know I'm going to go off topic here for a second, but whatever. Aries energy. I'm going to go off topic here for a second, but here's the thing. Here's the truth. Here's the truth of Aries energy. okay? It is an energy of war, right? The Aries individuals that I know, whether it's men or women in my life that I know, these guys are not people you want to play with because they are not thinking of the consequences. They just do it. And we have Venus in Aries, Mercury in Aries. Okay, they're retrograde, so the energy is more internal now. And this is kind of funny. This is actually making me realize some things because I always like to see like how is this playing out in my life, in my personal life. And one of the ways that this energy does play out for me, first and foremost, the mind and the heart are in this very fiery part of the zodiac. Okay, so we literally derive pleasure from being hardcore individuals. Okay, that's essentially Aries energy, right? But for me, it's interesting because right now, I feel like anytime Venus or Mercury, especially Mercury, has gone retrograde, and it's mostly been in fire signs these past couple of months, mostly in fire signs. Shout out to the K Real. And with this has always come some sort of review. And I feel like part of the review for me during Aries season is the fact that it's like, it has to do with just like the passion and how to carefully choose the warlike disposition. Now, it's a great energy to be channeled, maybe not necessarily towards conflict, because Aries energy is very conflict heavy, right? It rules, literally, Aries is the god of war. But for me, you know, and this is all thoughts that are coming up, instead of like going against some random individuals on the internet, maybe I need to better use that energy because I can. And I'm Mercury in Scorpio. That's where my Mercury is. And like, I have some pretty dark thoughts and things I could say to individuals. That's why the one and only Nicole, whoever that was, when she came in, you know, I had to give her some of that fire, that Aries energy, but most importantly, that Scorpio energy as well. And not only did she retract her messages, but she left. But it's like, why do that? Why utilize that powerful energy to like basically destroy trolls who are nobodies that come on the internet and try to talk shit? You know, and I can do that. I could do it all day if I want to. But and if anybody wants to test me, they can't. Like I'm not afraid. But oftentimes I do think, I'm like, would it be better if I just left it alone and not really gave two shits about some random troll? But sometimes, you know, that's what is going to happen. Dean Davis said they never say it to your face, bro, and it's true. And I saw this with Robert Greene. He said this. Robert Greene is one of my favorite authors. Okay, he said, and this is interesting. I'll tie this into Venus retrograde here shortly. I came here to like be like so like talk about, but this is it. I'm channeling the title of this live right now: How to Unlock Your True Power in Aries Season. So Robert Greene said something. He said, we all have a dark side. Okay, we all have a shadow, and we want to be able to walk out this pit bull in public so it can go and pee and poop and bark and sniff stuff. We all have this dark side to us, but we don't get to take it out. And he's like, one of the ways that, you know, I believe cancel culture / rage / the trolls on the internet, the reason why they do what they do is because that's where they're letting their dark, you know, their dark side, their shadow side, their pit bull come out for a walk. I think it's kind of weak, to be honest, to do that. I don't know. Maybe it's like a my generation type of thing. where, if it needs to be said, it is said. It's not, but at the same time, there's a little bit of social intelligence to it as well. You can't say the first thing that you think, especially during this time. It's hard. It's going to be hard because Venus and Mercury are in Aries. Like, we literally, our mind and our perspective is geared towards Martian ideals, this conflict, this war, this individuality. Like, this is who I am, and I don't care if you like it or not, but this is who I'm going to be. And Venus is literally what we derive pleasure from. And being in Aries, again, Venus in Aries is in her detriment. It is the opposite sign of a ruling zodiac, which is Libra. And so, Venus in Aries, like when it comes to like Venus and Aries women that I've dated, they weren't very considerate individuals because they derive pleasure from exercising the power of their own individuality. And yeah. So I always wonder how best to utilize this Aries energy. And we are in review. And the interesting thing is, Mercury and Venus are going to retrograde and go back into Pisces, which is so much more of a calm, loving, accepting, self-sacrificing, unconditionally loving sign. Like, it literally doesn't think of self. Whereas Aries is all about self. Pisces is the transcendent self, the all self. Okay. So we're in this retrograde period, and it's interesting. This happened. Okay. And I've been getting some trolls here and there. Most everything has been positive. Okay. Especially on other social platforms. I've really been grateful for that. But I do get the occasional trolls. And today, Venus sextiled Pluto. And this is an aspect of opportunity. Okay. Venus being in retrograde, we're reviewing what it means to derive pleasure from individuality. And the fact that it's going back into Pisces means there are some lessons that we need to learn about self-sacrifice as well. So, just self-reflecting here. Maybe when the trolls come around, or maybe when there are trolls in your personal life, you're not quick to derive pleasure from expressing your bold individuality. But maybe you step back and you take a wider view of the landscape, and you're like, okay, because Pisces is very compassionate. It's like, this individual, maybe they're really hurting. Like, maybe something is up with them, and honestly, like, again, and to answer your question, Christopher Moon, when you said test what, it's basically test my gangster, right? This is, I'm not afraid to take the pit bull out for a walk, okay? Because I've integrated my shadow and my light side, and I can use both at will. And that's always a choice. And I think that is a position of power to be in, whether it's me or you. Like, it doesn't matter. We all have a shadow side to us. But not everybody accepts and integrates their shadow, their lower nature, their lower self, their ego, right? We repress it, okay? And someone said this to me last night, one of my good friends. He said, in order to get rid of something, he brings it up. He brings it to the surface. That which is hidden, he brings it to the surface, because that's how he approaches getting rid of the shadow. Because if we suppress it, it's going to become uglier and uglier, and it doesn't want to come out because it's scared. You're scared, oh no, what if I hurt this person's feelings and whatever, such is life, right? And it's not to say be an asshole, but accept and understand that we all have a shadow side to us. This is the magic of Venus sextile Pluto. It is an ability because Pluto is the shadow, essentially, right? Pluto is the planet of the underworld. It rules the underworld, right? Our shadow, our deep psychological complexes. And this sextile to Pluto is an opportunity for us to reconcile the shadows within us that in which we derive pleasure from being ourselves, our full selves. Again, Venus does not like to be in Aries, right? It's not a very considerate sign. Venus in Pisces is a freaking angel. The women who I've known, I haven't really looked too much into men's charts, I'll be honest, but if a man does have this placement too, I think it's as equally as significant. But the women that I've known who have looked at their chart and they have Venus in Pisces, these women are freaking angels. Now, there's a shadow side to it as well. They can be a little delusional too, and delusional, respectfully saying this, because they are so loving, so giving, that they are essentially living life with rosy colored glasses on. They're giving to this individual circumstance or situation their everything because they see it with the Piscean fog delusion, right? But at the same time, it is why Venus is exalted in Pisces, because in that space, there are no boundaries to the love we give. It is unconditional love. But when we have Venus in Aries, its condition is, does this serve me? Does this serve my individuality? And, that's just what it is. And I can honestly, guys, I don't know. It served its purpose, right? Even trolls serve their purpose. I was having a discussion last night with a group of friends, and we talked about what constitutes beauty in life. What constitutes beauty? And to me, the ultimate realization of beauty is when an individual can extract beauty from any specific situation or circumstance. They're able to extract the most beautiful lesson or understanding from that experience. And even the trolls, it's interesting because even people who come online, the few, not a lot. I have a lot of supporters and a lot of love, and I'm so, so grateful for that. But the few that do, it always ends up working in my favor, because even this conversation that we just had would not have been what it was if it wasn't for the one and only Nicole. So big shout out to her or him, I don't know, for joining, So today we have an opportunity to level up our self-worth. Maybe something from the past is also returning because Venus is in retrograde. And that retrograde motion tends to bring things from the past. And with Pluto, we have an opportunity to transform, right? Completely change our heart, our Venusian ideals, our self-worth. Maybe today you might look in the mirror and be like, I want to change up my looks a little bit. But I would wait until Venus retrograde is over, which is going to be in April 17th, I believe. 12th. April 12th. So once April 12th comes around, then you can move forward and make those beauty changes. But maybe today is like a little glimpse, right? Venus is still in retrograde. And it could be an opportunity for romance too. The key to this energy is to be bold. All right? It's to be bold with it. and not be afraid and lean into it, lean into that power, lean into perhaps even the shadow, so that your own sense of self-worth and values, Venus is values, has the opportunity to transform. This is big, guys. This is, shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to, the people who came in, and the one and only Nicole, because without you, I wouldn't have this realization. And that's the other thing too. I think it's interesting, and I've been on the end of this wherein it's difficult because we all have the shadow, and sometimes that shadow expresses itself. And when it does, an individual might get hurt, and I'm not saying, again, don't be an asshole, don't go out intentionally harming people, but Aries doesn't back down from shit. So if you have to defend yourself, you do it, but the people who think that they can intentionally harm others without harming themselves first are delusional. Because first, that energy has to go through you in order to harm somebody else. That's one. And number two, when you try to do that, you might actually end up benefiting that person more than you realize. Your intention was bad, but the outcome was good, because good always wins. Justice will always be victorious. Vengeance is thine, O Lord. Justice is thine, O Lord. Right? And the whole of the universe is founded upon this concept of equilibrium. Right? Karma is cause and effect. It's not a tick for tack. If I kill a fish, the fish isn't going to come kill me. But if I hurt somebody intentionally, the effect is they might not be friends with me. They might not want to kick it with me anymore. And that's just what it is. So, some food for thought on this first degree of Aries. We fired up, baby. Like, we are fired up. And we are ready. First degree of Aries season. Venus and Pluto sextile today. Tomorrow, Venus and the sun meet in the sky. This is going to be a magnanimous rebirth for Venus. Venus is in the underworld. I've spoken about this before too. So we have this opportunity to transform, and then tomorrow, as Venus enters the heart and radiance of the sun, Venus is automatically transformed. It's like a purification process. So maybe the changes that took place today were psychological. Okay? They had to do with our psyche, with our power. They had to do with a transformation, maybe a subtle transformation of our self-worth and values. But Venus is in retrograde, and tomorrow these Venusian themes will come to light, like they will be highlighted like never before. And as Venus and the sun conjunct together in what's known as an inferior conjunction, Venus goes through a rebirth process. This Martian, this Aries energy becomes purified by the rays of the sun, where it's like, here's the real way to shine your light while still deriving pleasure from it. That's one of the ways that I see this Sun-Venus conjunction playing out. This is a big celestial event because Venus has been retrograde and now it's about to meet the sun. Doesn't happen often, and now that it is, Venus is going to have a rebirth, or values our own sense of beauty and proportion, even though it's going to be very individually centered, is going to undergo a radical transformative process. and it's Aries energy, and the sun is exalted in Aries. When the sun or any other planet is exalted in any of the zodiac signs, the best and brightest and highest qualities of that said planet shine forward. So I think it's going to be very auspicious. So tomorrow, pay attention, be present, stay alert. In regards especially to the Venusian themes in life, right? The sun is our present focus, is our presence, I will say. The sun represents our presence. And Venus retrograde lining up with that. Well, there might be some chance encounters, maybe somebody from the past, maybe soulmates, maybe something from our past when it comes to our values or self-worth, maybe our own beauty, comes to the light just so that it can get purified. It's an auspicious conjunction, even though Venus is in her detriment. It's an auspicious conjunction. So be particularly present tomorrow when this occurs. Shout out to Nano CBD. Let's go in the chat right now. Dean Davis. Cute downstairs neighbor gave me free pizza. Bro, people have been giving me free stuff all week. It started Wednesday when that big thing happened. Amazing. Beautiful. That was the shift. That Wednesday, that was the shift. Like, that's why I'm like I feel like I'm on fire. Like, I'm ready. Like, Aries season, clear. You're clear. And I know it's your birthday soon, man, Dean Davis. Or did it pass? Let me know when your birthday was. You soon to be birthday boy, solar return. Wednesday was the power day, indeed. About to spark a J. I just rolled. Nice. That's right. Let's keep this good luck thing going. So mote it be. Amen. We in it. Does our physical location on this earth play any role? Asked the K Real. It does. It absolutely does. There's a branch of astrology, it's called astrocartography, wherein if you pull up your birth chart, if you have your birth time, obviously you know your birth date, birth location, you can pull up what's called an astrocartography chart, wherein different planetary lines run through different cities. Now, I'm not an expert in this, but where you live physically can have a huge impact on the role you play, or the themes that may come up, or the abundance or luck that may be in or on your way. Yo, shout out to Nano CBD. Was good. 3:30, big day. Oh, sheesh. It's my boy Dean Davis's birthday. That's right, bro. Yeah. Hustle or Star Event said not only where you were born, but where you live plays a huge role. Yep. Astrocartography. Look this up. Again, I'm not an expert in it, but generally the lines, different planetary lines run through different cities or countries. And, for example, if you go where the Venusian line is, where the Venus line is in the astrocartography chart, probably going to make money. You're probably going to, have a great relationship or find a great relationship or be able to attract relationships much easier. If Saturn is there, you might have a little bit of hard time in the beginning, but Saturn is like a long-term play. It might bear fruit sometime in the future, but initially it might be hard. Yo, shout out to Dean Davis, my brother. Yo, I'm so grateful for you guys. Like, you guys have no idea. We're going to start multi-streaming soon. Like, I started this whole thing on YouTube, right? I'm getting some water. I started this whole thing on YouTube, but it's like we are literally about to start live streaming. It can pick up some frequencies, We're about to start live streaming on TikTok, possibly Facebook. I've been thinking about it. Why not? I think I might start a Twitch channel as well, just for fun, just to live stream. These vertical live streams are going to start to expand, and this is like, you guys are like my home base. So this is where everything started for me. And yeah, just want to give a big shout out to you guys, all the day one supporters, all the fans, friends. And again, Dean Davis, happy birthday. I wish you a most excellent solar year ahead. You have a pretty powerful, you're going to have a good year because first of all, the moon is in Sagittarius. And I'm giving you like a little quick mini solar reading. The moon is in Sagittarius, okay? And the moon being in Sagittarius, I like that because when you have a solar return chart, anywhere the moon is, that is the way you will approach your emotions. And being that it is Sagittarius, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is all about luck, expansion, optimism. So it's not just luck that you're seeing, it's luck that you're feeling. And this is probably why you are experiencing what you're experiencing. And whenever it's your birthday, okay, this goes for you, this goes for anybody. Whenever it's your birthday, be particularly present on the day of, because usually that's when we start to see miniature themes of the future year that are going to play out. Many themes. And yeah, so whatever themes have presented themselves to you today, or whenever, or whose ever birthday it is, whenever it is their birthday, be particularly present, because that's usually written in your solar return chart anyways, but you don't need to learn or know astrology to pay attention to all the signs and synchronicities and magic that is happening on the day of your birth. Possibly a day before, possibly the day after as well, because how solar returns are calculated is whenever the sun goes to the exact degree and minute that you were born, that is officially when you have your solar return, and that's why we celebrate birthdays, right? That's our birthday, when the sun goes back to the original degree and minute which we were born. So, we out here, you feel me? I had to get some water. So tomorrow we got this Venus-Sun conjunction. And on Sunday, we have the Sun sextile Pluto. Like, this is like all connected. Everything that's happening today, Saturday, and Sunday, it's a succession of events that are going to take place. Okay, so again, my biggest teachings and things that I always inculcate and I try to instill in you guys is presence, right? Pay attention, be present, stay alert, right? Because today starts this, I almost want to say chain reaction, because one, the series is called One with the Sun. We're following the sun through its hero's journey in the entire zodiac, okay? And we go live and we talk about everything else that's happening in the sky, of course, as well. But the sun is going to conjunct Venus tomorrow and sextile Pluto on Sunday. But today, Pluto got activated by Venus. Tomorrow, Venus is going to activate the sun. And then on Sunday, the sun is going to activate Pluto. Okay, so there's opportunities for change. All right, opportunities for forward movement in areas of love, finances, self-worth. We still want to be patient, okay, because we are not done with this larger Venus retrograde season, and it's not going to end until April 12th. But once it does end, then we can expect to see things moving forward. So if things aren't moving forward quite as fast as you want them to, just be patient, you know. And with Aries energy, like, we want to just do it, and we want to do it now. We want to do it yesterday, but practice patience, practice temperance, moderation, and all will come in due time and season. I saw 3:30 on 2 license plates, and 2 of my friends have birthdays on 3:30. It's awesome to see the signs. For sure it is. I will be present to potential signs today. Thank you for the information. My pleasure, bro. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all your guys' support. Today, my friend showed me a product code at the supermarket, 666. I laughed loud. Isn't that funny? When we see like a number like that, we kind of get like, not spooked, but like, you know, you're kind of like, oh no, 666. What's going to happen? Right? But all numbers are infinite. Numbers are symbols, and they can be interpreted in many ways. To some people, maybe 6 is their lucky number. Maybe 5 is their lucky number. Maybe 330 is their lucky number. See what I did there? And it's important to understand that numbers as symbols, maybe there's like a baseline definition, this exoteric definition of what that number means, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that symbol will remain that definition forever. Does that make sense? Like you know, 1 may always represent the beginning, but how does that beginning show up? Or in what ways can you interpret this beginning? Or maybe it's 1 and 3 together. You know, there's all this, all these different things, but numbers are infinite in interpretation. Their symbolism, right? There's always that exoteric definition, but they can mean different things to different people. And the universe is very mathematical, and I think numbers are very fundamental in the signs and synchronicities that we receive as spiritual beings having a human experience. Let's take a look, see if there's any other thing. That's it, guys. The moon's going to go into Capricorn pretty soon. Probably, let me look. Yeah, it's going to go after midnight. Hey, Nano CBD wants to purchase a vineyard. And, you know, give me a call. I love wine. I absolutely love wine. But yeah, y'all, I think this is it. You know, we have a pretty eventful and opportune 3 days ahead. So really utilize this energy through conscious presence. And let's keep our bro Dean Davis in our prayers and wish him an excellent solar return year ahead, and Nano CBD as well for his new venture, his new opportunity. So big blessings to you guys. And guys, thank you for joining as always. I'm Kian the one with the sun. I hope the sun revealed to you some good light today, some warmth, some springtime energy and vibes. You know, we started out, you know, with full Aries, like we were ready. We were about to go. It was about to be on, but we alchemized it as the sun always shines. Come day, come night, doesn't matter. The sun just shines its light. And Today we had the opportunity to transmute fear to confidence. Sending you guys so much love. If you guys aren't already subscribed, make sure you do. And hit the bell notification so you don't miss a live as I go live Sunday to Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as we become one with the sun. And I'll see you guys Sunday. You guys have a great weekend. Have an excellent Saturday. You know, I'll be uploading some cool content over the weekend, but I'll see you guys Sunday. And tomorrow, I'm going to look into multi-streaming, so this thing is going to grow. And yeah, just let my day ones know. Much love to you guys. I'll see you guys very soon. God bless you all. And happy birthday, Dean Davis. Cheers.